Hello everyone, I'm Chris from Aviation Safety Management Systems. We're here today to give you a rundown on what the flight test looks like, commonly known as an OCA or Operational Competency Assessment. So on arriving to do a flight test, we're going to do a JHA or a Job Hazard Assessment of the hazards around the site and what we do to mitigate those risks. For instance, over in the corner here we've got a cell phone tower, we've got power lines around it, we're at a public park. After that, we'll have a quick talk about the 101 rules or the 102 rules if you're operating under 102. Right, the actual flight test itself. Out here, we have an arrangement of 5 cones in an X or a box with a centre point. We've got a dead man's line, people behind the line and aircraft the other side of it, so we maintain separation. In the event of an aircraft flying over the line, it's just an instant fail. The flight test is primarily done in ATI mode. Often you'll find you get ATI mode in flight involuntarily through loss of magnetometer, GPS positioning, that sort of thing. It drifts with the wind and you have inertia. Takes a little bit more skill. We say about 25 hours of practice in ATI mode before you can be pretty proficient at it. Powering on all UAVs. First thing on is the transmitter. Let me boot the aircraft up. So transmitter is always on first and off last, so the aircraft always has something to listen to. Once it's got GPS, we'll get a quick green flash. On the transmitter, if I take the mode switch and flick it into ATI mode, the lights on the back of the aircraft go from green to orange. So, first thing we're going to do is I'm going to announce I'm going to arm the aircraft. Make sure everyone's aware the little blender's about to go. So, props turning. I'm going to take off. Make sure left is left and right is right. I've got the wind and momentum, and I've got the yellow flashing lights on the back. I'm going to put the aircraft above the middle cone, turn it around 180 degrees, and we're going to hold it above the middle cone, nose in for 10 seconds. So it's a bit of a test to see if you've actually got control. The next part of the flight test is something everyone struggles with. 360 yaw, holding position above this cone in ATI mode. Because we're in ATI mode, we're going to have to give corrections to counter the wind the whole way around. What we suggest you do when you do this is break it up into your left and your right thumb. Your left thumb sets the yaw rate, and then once you set the yaw rate, don't think about your left thumb. Then with your right thumb, you give little corrections. What I'm looking for when you do this is if you give a wrong input like so, and give the right one to get back to the cone, all is good. It's when we go wrong input, wrong input, wrong input that we've got problems. Once we've done this 360 yaw both directions, we're going to fly in different orientations around the course. Depending on how you did in that 360, if there were orientations you didn't like flying in, we'll push on them. For instance, fly above the closest right-hand cone, nose in. Maintain a stable hover above that cone and we'll fly sideways to the closest left-hand cone. Then we'll yaw the aircraft to the right 90 degrees, and so on. Then we'll do things like flying a diagonal through the middle with the aircraft in the same orientation. This is all done in ATI mode. What we're going to do now is we can flick the GPS back on. We've got green flashing lights, GPS is back on. So the next thing we're going to do is some orbits of the middle cone. This is the cliche Instagram droney maneuver. Fly sideways, have the camera focused on the middle cone the whole way around. So smooth yaw, camera always facing the center and flying sideways. And I'm yawing the opposite direction of the way I'm banking. The common mistakes with this is not keeping a steady yaw rate. When you change yaw rate, the center of the circle changes like this and you blow it out. The other mistake is getting too slow a yaw rate. Don't have the camera facing the middle, we blow it out. So the trick to it is really slow yaw and keeping that camera always facing the middle. What we're going to do now is a left-hand ascending circuit around the outside of the box. So each quarter of the box, we're going to climb to a quarter of our final height. Flying forwards and a steady ascent, hit the cone, turn left 90 degrees, and a smooth climb the whole way around. Up to our final position, 4 times the altitude. Now I'm going to turn it 180 degrees and do the exact opposite, descending right-hand circuit. So I'm flying forwards, descending. When I hit the cone, turn right 90 degrees. Right 90 degrees and descend back down to the start point. What a lot of people tend to do is over-yaw. And instead of going 90, you over-rotate, and then you've got to do a tank slapper maneuver to try and get it back on course. So the trick to it is fly forwards, turn 90, fly forwards, turn 90. Right, so the next part of the flight test is corkscrews. We're going to put it over the top right-hand cone. I'm looking to triple the height and rotate 180 degrees on the way up. Because we're in GPS mode, we can take our hand totally off the right-hand stick for this. We're climbing, and I'm going to keep a constant slow yaw. Halfway up, the aircraft should be at 90 degrees to us, and once you're at the top, the nose is facing us. Then we're going to fly sideways above the top left-hand cone and do the exact opposite. So I'm going to descend and rotate 180. Halfway it's going to be 90, and I'm going to keep the same descent rate until the bottom, the tail's facing us. The reason we do this is it's a really good example of how your thumb mechanically is good at pushing up and away from itself, but quite bad at contracting in on itself. So figure eights. What we're looking for when evaluating your figure eights is that you do coordinated turns where the aircraft banks and yaws just like a real aircraft, and that the crossover point of the figure eight is roughly in the middle of the top two cones. So we're flying forwards, banking and yawing around the cone. Fly forwards, banking and yaw around the cone. So to do a figure eight is both sticks left, both sticks right. Bank and yaw around the cone. Right, back into Addy mode. So we've got the yellow lights on the back, and we're going to bring it in and land it. Depending on your wind, it's going to make a major difference to what you've got to do this. I've got a slow wind from behind me right now that there's a few thermals coming through, making it kind of gusty. And that's the flight test.